What's up guys, this is Noor and welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we're going to talk about the part 2 of my Schengen visa application. So if you guys watched my previously uploaded video, then this is a follow-up video on that, and this is about answering all your questions about Schengen visa application, so stay tuned. Alright, so first question here is, what is a Schengen visa? So again, I know I have already answered this on my previous video, but again, this is a visa that you have to obtain if you want to travel to most of the European countries. It's a little bit complicated, guys, when it comes to the explanation of the Schengen zone or Schengen area, but do your own research, guys. But most of the time, for example, if you want to go to France or if you want to go to Netherlands or Germany, then you really have to get a Schengen visa. Alright, so again, you have to check your passport and your nationality because you might not need to obtain a Schengen visa. Alright, so next is there an interview at the VFS Global? Okay, so before I answer the interview at the VFS Global, then I have to explain to you first that VFS Global is not an agency, because others are asking me whether they really have to go to VFS Global to submit the document, or they can just go straight to the embassy and have their document submitted instead. Now in UAE, the scenario was different. Now based on my research, you cannot, or they will not accept your application unless if it went through VFS Global. So basically, it's not, or it is actually an agency, but it is actually required that you submit your documents to them, and they are the one who will send over your documents to the embassy. Alright, so there is a fee for that, and it's an appointment based application, so meaning you have to fill out a form online. They have their own website, and you have to prepare a fee, like an admin fee. So once your appointment is set, you just have to go there, hand over your documents, prepare the payment, and that's it. Okay, now next question is, how do you know if you need to submit it through VFS Global or directly to the embassy? Now in some countries, guys, I heard in Italy they have another company who can cater your document or your application, and in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken, I saw a vlog, and he is in the Philippines and he applied for the Netherlands, and his application went through VFS Global as well in Makati City. So do your own research about that as well. Okay, and what are the charges? So there's two charges here. One is for the embassy charge, and the other one is the admin fee or the service fee for VFS Global. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, the charge for Denmark Schengen visa was around 400 dirhams, and I paid around 200 or 300 in VFS Global, and that is for the admin fee and the SMS service, because when you apply there, in order for you to get an update of what is going on with your application, it is recommended to take the SMS service as well. Okay, and then also there is an option to have your passport shipped after it is assessed by the embassy. So mine, since I live a little bit far from Dubai or VFS Global office, then I chose the option to have my passport shipped to me directly instead of me going there. Okay, so just do the math, guys. Okay, next is the requirement. So questions about my requirement, or the requirement that I have submitted, is for, first is the plane ticket. And so the question for plane ticket is it a legit ticket? Alright, so again, it is a legit ticket. Okay, it is a confirmed ticket, but it is valid only for 48 hours. Okay, and I believe the embassy is aware of that as well, because if you are not sure that you're going to be granted for the visa, then might as well go get a confirmed ticket, okay, and not paid yet. So this is available at any travel agency. Just inform them or just ask them that you want to apply for a visa and you want to have a confirmed ticket. Okay, next is the hotel bookings. Okay, so my reservation as well is also confirmed. Okay, but honestly guys, my case was I am very much sure with the date or my travel date, so I have reserved some hotels. But if it's not granted or my visa is not granted, then I can just cancel it, because it's like how do you say it, like the cancellation is free and it's refundable. Okay, so if I was granted a visa, then I will still go with the same hotel, and if I'm not granted, then I will just get a refund for it. Okay, so that's the trick guys, and I have done it in booking.com, so I think that's very famous when it comes to hotel reservation. Okay, next is the bank statement. So how many months is required? So mine, I have submitted 6 months because that's their requirement. Other country might require you for only 3 months, but mine was for about 6 months. Next is the most awaited question: how much is the amount there? So again guys, it is not so much of the remaining amount that you have left, okay, but they're also looking at the activity happening on your account. So how much amount, or is there any deposit happening, is there any salary credited, or if there is any withdrawals or any debit activity. So this is what they're also looking for as well. So the amount that I have that time was around 20,000 dirhams. Okay, so you might be shocked about the amount. I'm not saying that that should be the amount that you have, but you have to ask yourself guys, like I always say, prepare for this trip and plan for this. Okay, because imagine guys, they're gonna grant you to have an access to 30 countries, and we're not talking about countries that you can just jump to immediately. We're talking about huge countries: France, Ireland, Netherlands, Norway, Germany, all these famous countries. You're gonna be having an access once they give you the visa. So of course they are thinking if you will be able to afford that or not. So prepare with the bank statement guys, and make sure you have a good record there. Okay, now next is the NOC, or no objection certificate letter. So since I am an employee, then I should have this requested from my employer. So what my employer will provide me is a letter telling the embassy that, hey, this is our employee and he's been here from this date, and this is his salary, and we have no objection of him traveling to your country from this date to this date, and he's gonna come back to work at this date. And that's it, and it has to be original. Okay, so with those with those requirements guys, by the way, these are all original copies, and I'm gonna mention which one is not, or which one can be a photocopy. So the hotel bookings, of course, this can just be printed out at the same time the plane ticket. Okay, now the salary certificate is the same with the NOC. It has the same content, but it doesn't say that you're gonna be traveling there, but it only says that you are employed to their company and you are receiving this amount from this date up to this date. You're still working there. Okay, and of course with your passport number. Next is the passport. So it has to be valid for 6 months. Okay, and with your passport guys, you have to have remaining pages where they can stamp the visa. Okay, also as a bonus, since I have previously traveled to other countries, I have traveled to Armenia, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. So with Armenia I had a visa, and I have passport stamps for Georgia and Azerbaijan. So I had to also include that like a photocopy of those visa stamps, so that they will know that I am telling the truth when it comes to my travel history. Because I think, or if I'm not mistaken, on the form you have to mention there if you have traveled previously to other countries. Okay, now for the resident visa as well. So since I am living in Dubai and I am not a citizen here, I'm just a resident, so I have to have a resident visa or a card which is valid for at least 6 months as well. So that the purpose of this is for them to know if you are going back to a country where you are allowed or you are legally living. Okay, or if you are a resident. Because if I am just going back to the Philippines, then I don't have to submit a resident visa. Okay, now next is the insurance. So this is very important guys, because this might also disapprove your application, because for emergency reason, and if you will not be able to go to a hospital and cannot pay for that expense, then it might be a problem for them as well. So you have to have an insurance covering the date of your travel, and that should be at least, if I'm not mistaken, for 20,000 euro. So whatever happens, they're not gonna be spending for your hospitality or for your hospital charges. So yeah. And okay, for my case is trade license, company trade license. I am very shocked, you guys, because I have never heard a country requiring me to obtain a trade license from my company. So basically in Denmark, yes, you have to have a valid trade license from your employer, you know, and also it's okay to have it submitted as a photocopy. So, and I noticed, guys, that when I am there, or when I was there, Netherlands requires you to have a copy of your front and back page of your passport, but in Denmark they did not require me to have that. Okay, so last is the itinerary. So this is actually optional, guys. They never required me for this, but I saw a blog, and it's very helpful, guys, that you make your own itinerary, because this is also making an impression at the embassy that yes, you did plan for your visit there, and you know the places that you're going to. So you're not just going there not knowing the places and not knowing where to go, because this will help you a lot as well when it comes to the interview from the embassy. Okay, and is there an interview at the VFS Global? No, there was no interview. There was no formal interview that I could remember. They just asked me what visa am I applying for and where are the requirements. So that's it. Okay, so what happened, guys, is after you have submitted all your documents, then they're gonna proceed with your biometric, like what do you call it, fingerprint, and take a photo of you. So you know, like prepare for your look, because this is gonna be the photo that they are gonna stick on the visa sticker itself, or visa stamp itself. Okay, but that doesn't really matter actually. So and the waiting time. So after I left there, I have actually submitted the documents on a Wednesday afternoon, but since I did not, or I forgot to submit the trade license of my company, then I had to come back, or I had to you know, wait for a day more so that they can submit it directly to the embassy. So that's Thursday. So by Sunday, I have received a call, or no, actually I have received a call on Monday, and I was approved the same day as well. And I have received my passport Wednesday. Okay, so Thursday, they have submitted my documents to the embassy. Friday, Saturday is a weekend. Sunday is the first working day, and then Monday is the second working day, and that's when I received the interview, and then that's where I got the approval as well. And then Wednesday I have received the document as well. Okay, now I have received the passport as well, together with the Schengen visa stamp. Okay, now honestly, guys, I cannot count how many times I have watched so many vlogs about Schengen visa application, and same like you might have been experiencing a lot of anxiety when it comes to application. But my tip, guys, is you have to let them know that you are going there mainly for tourism only. Okay, so I'm going to upload another video regarding the interview questions and also my answers, and also what I really feel why I have received, or why I was granted a Schengen visa. Alright, so if you guys like this video, hit the thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel for more updates, and hit the bell button if you want to know more, or if you want to be the first one to get notified about my next upload. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!